Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster, and in this video I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch, and specifically my opinions on it and my experiences with it, because for those who don't know, Nintendo invited me to a Nintendo Switch event here in Chicago, so I was able to get my hands on the Nintendo Switch, replay the Breath of the Wild demo, and a lot of other Nintendo Switch demos. And I mean, I got to play Breath of the Wild on the Switch, which was the thing I was most excited for, and it was awesome. So yeah, I actually recorded a lot of footage as well as my gameplay of the demo, and overall I just thought I'd kind of make a little video to kind of talk about my experiences with it and overall my thoughts, because yeah, overall I am very, very excited for the Nintendo Switch, and I'm way more excited than ever after actually getting my hands on it, because yeah, when you actually see it in person and play it and feel it, it feels very firm and nice and good. And yeah, overall I was very worried when I first saw the Nintendo Switch, and I even made a video, I believe, saying that, I'm not too confident about the Nintendo Switch, but I take that all back, honestly, because yeah, the Nintendo Switch so far looks amazing. I am extremely excited for it. I can't wait to be able to have the console with me, go outside, meet anyone else with the Nintendo Switch and just play games. Like, it's so convenient and so powerful for it being portable, and yeah, overall it looks amazing. It feels amazing, and I enjoyed it a lot. And a couple games I actually got to play there with the Switch was obviously Breath of the Wild, which was, I want to say, the main reason and the main thing I was super excited for. That, as well as obviously just getting my hands on the Switch. But I did want to play the demo again and see how it ran on the Nintendo Switch, and I'll be honest, it runs a lot better than the Wii U, because I did play it on the Wii U way back in E3. It does seem much smoother. Even the quality looks a lot sharper. Like, it just has overall better contrast. It's not necessarily the lighting, it's just, for some reason, it looks just much sharper on the Switch instead of the Wii U. But that's pretty much like the only difference. The game did lag, like, it wasn't steady 60 FPS even on the dock. There were still times where the game was lagging, but that's still a demo. We don't know if the final game is going to be like that. It doesn't bug me per se, but it would be nice to have the game run very smooth on the Switch when it is plugged in the dock. But yeah, I was able to play the beginning demo. It's pretty much the story mode demo, where you have to go through the whole beginning portion and summon the Tower of Resurrection, or the Sheikah Towers. You start out in the Tower of Resurrection, and yeah, you summon the Sheikah Towers, and you see that whole cutscene. I actually skipped all the skippable cutscenes that I can skip, because I've seen them like hundreds of times. If you've seen any of my discussion videos, like, that's all I talk about, those scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, I pretty much know the cutscenes within the game pretty well. I didn't need to see them again, even though it was nice to kind of hold it and see it in person instead of, just through a video, which I guess is the same thing, because it's still a video, but you get what I mean. Like, actually holding the Switch and being there and playing it is what I mean. It's just so much better. But my point is, my plan, within the demo, was to try to beat the first Sheikah trial and see how far I can actually get within the demo, because I've seen so many people say, oh, when I play the demo, I'm just gonna run one direction and see how far I get, and no one gets far enough. No one really does anything too spectacular or finds any secrets. So instead of doing a route like that, I'm like, okay, let me just try to see how much the demo offers. And what sucks is, it took me a bit to get used to the magnesis. Like, Link using the magnesis is overall really cool. I love the feature using the Sheikah Slate, all of its cool stuff, and how you're able to pick up objects and stuff. But at first, I don't know, it just took me, like, I want to say 5 minutes to actually get it down. And by the time I got it down, the demo was almost over. I was able to, like, make it to the Sheikah Tower very quickly, or to the Sheikah Shrine rather, and then as soon as I got in it, I wasted a lot of time just trying to get used to using the magnesis. Once I got that down, I was actually able to finish the Sheikah Shrine within the 20 minutes of the demo, but it ended right after that. And even the guy who was standing, the employees they have that, usually give you tips and whatnot, he was in shock. He was like, I've never seen anyone beat the shrine within the demo. Usually it's too short. Everyone gets lost in the overworld and the cutscenes. And, I found it funny, because, like, yeah, I mean, I actually, played this game before at E3, so I was able to do all of that nonsense, and this time I actually want to get something out of the demo, but sadly it ended immediately. According to the guy, he said he believes the demo ends right there, but everyone around me, their demo is ending as well, so I do believe that the time ended. Maybe I could have beaten the shrine, made it out, spoke to the old man, got the paraglider, and left the Great Plateau or something. I believe that is how it works, and if that was the case, maybe I would have been able to explore the Great Plateau in the story mode demo, which would have been really, really cool, but sadly, I was unable to, and they wouldn't let us play it again. It was pretty much like certain groups play at certain times for Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild had the biggest demo, obviously with it being 20 minutes, and overall there was just a lot of people wanting to play Breath of the Wild compared to the other Switch games, which makes sense. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the reason why I was most, excited for and wanted to go desperately, because yeah, playing Breath of the Wild on the Switch. But anyways, aside from Breath of the Wild, overall I had a lot of fun. Taking on the Sheikah Shrine was cool. Seeing the game, playing the game, it felt nice. I'd say the only thing, like, when playing the game with the Joy-Cons is the analog sticks feel very small, and yeah, they're just overall tiny compared to, the actual, like, Pro controllers and other controllers we used with their analog sticks. So I don't know, for me, that's the only issue with it. The buttons and everything else felt okay. I'll be honest though, the D-pad also feels a little weird because it's not connected. It's just, 4 different buttons. I was able to, like, record myself holding the controller and just overall feeling it, and even playing with just one of the Joy-Cons with 2 hands. It felt nice. It's very small, but it's still, it's okay, and it feels good. Like, it reminds me a lot of the Wiimote, because when we first saw the Wiimote, it also looked like a very weird controller. It was a rectangular looking controller, and holding it felt very small and weird, but you got used to it, and I feel like it's going to be the same thing with the Joy-Con. You're going to get used to it, and overall the Joy-Cons remind me a lot of the Wiimote, with how it has the gyro controls and the whole motion thing, and there's a lot of games that utilize that very, very well. Like, a game I absolutely loved playing was 1-2 Switch. That game was really fun, and you just have your 2 or 1 Joy-Con, and you play with a friend. And no, I believe you only have 1 Joy-Con, and you literally play with a friend. I was playing against Sully, and we both just played 3 of the minigames. It reminds me a lot of WarioWare, but this time using, the Switch's hardware, and without the WarioWare characters and all of that. Instead, it's actual, people in it, and overall the little video tutorials and everything. It's hilarious. Like, I can't wait to get 1-2 Switch. That's a game I really want to play with my friends and just overall have fun with, because it seems like a hilarious game. But alongside that, I also played ARMS. Really, really fun. I use both Joy-Cons, and you just kind of punch and try to, like, tilt it around to, like, maneuver, and it was really fun. Sadly, I didn't do too well against. I was actually facing my brother, and he destroyed me, but I love the way the game looks, and I love just overall its theme. It has that Nintendo charm and vibe to it, where the characters look very, stylized, and same as, the background and everything. And overall, everything just looks colorful. That's something Nintendo does really well, making everything look cool. Reminds me a lot of, like, Splatoon as well. Splatoon's art style and direction is just overall very nice, and I don't know, I find it adorable, because yeah, Nintendo's just really good at making games look very cool and polished and cartoony in a sense. I don't know, I'm a fan of that. So yeah, ARMS overall just looks like a very fun game, and I can't wait to get into that. And speaking of Splatoon, I also got to play Splatoon 2. I'd say that was my second favorite demo out of all of them, aside from obviously Breath of the Wild, which was way up there, and then Splatoon and every other game, ARMS, all of those were really fun, but Splatoon 2 I enjoyed more. I mean, there wasn't really anything different. It was just the fact that I was holding it on the Switch, like holding Splatoon with the Switch, like, in front of you, the whole console, and seeing the screen and playing it, especially against friends, and knowing that I can do this at any given time. Like, I can just go, find one of my friends and just pull out my Nintendo Switch and play with them locally, like a match or something. Like, the idea of that sounds so cool, and yeah, it feels nice, and it's great to play, and it looks amazing. 720p on the screen. It's very, very sharp. And yeah, it just compared to the Wii U, the Wii U's gamepad is a bulky piece of crap compared. Don't get me wrong, I still like the Wii U's gamepad. I like its concept, but it does seem like the Wii U was a complete prototype to the Switch, with how the Switch is just so much sleeker than the Wii U, and it seems like that's what Nintendo wanted the Wii U to be. Like, the console was the gamepad, but they were unable to do that, you know, with, you know, hardware limitations. But now they did it, and yeah, it is worth it. It is amazing. It is awesome. Just overall, it was really fun. And speaking of like the Joy-Cons and its controls, I was able to put on like the Joy-Con grip, which allows you to pretty much have it as a standard controller and use the Joy-Cons. It still feels weird. Like, overall, it doesn't feel like a standard controller, because like I said, the Joy-Cons analog sticks overall feel small, and the D-pad isn't really like a D-pad like the Nintendo D-pads we're used to. So yeah, it just overall didn't feel like I was playing on a Pro controller. But I did actually get my hands on the Switch's Pro controller, and that felt perfect. It felt amazing. It felt exactly what I'm going to play Breath of the Wild on. I don't want to play it on the Joy-Con unless I'm playing it, you know, portably, which I will be doing a lot, but if I'm playing it on the dock, I need to be using that controller, because that controller is just similar to the current Pro controller for the Wii U, just, you know, it looks different and it fits the Switch's theme and everything. But overall, it's a really nice controller, and I'd say that that was the best controller to play on. But the Joy-Cons have really cool features, like 1-2 Switch has this game where you pretty much what's it called, like, try to guess how many balls are in the Joy-Con, and with its HD rumble, it feels so real, and you shake it and everything, and it's so insane. It also feels like the Wii was the prototype for the Switch. It's like the Wii and Wii U were the prototypes for the Nintendo Switch, and we were, you know, the people who tested it out. You know, even though it was finalized in a Nintendo console, it was in reality a prototype for this amazing console. That's honestly what I feel like, because I get this vibe of both the Wii and Wii U from the Nintendo Switch, and it feels like, you know, what Nintendo was aiming for from the beginning, and I'm so happy that, yeah, it is what it is. Like, I just remember seeing it at first, I'm like, you know, don't innovate, Nintendo, don't do something crazy out of the box, it might, you know, backfire like, you know, every other console, but no, it didn't. And overall, I personally loved every single console. What I'm saying by backfire, that's just more so criticism I hear from others. For me, I love the Wii U. I'm gonna get Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, try it out. I'll do some comparison videos, but I'm more excited for the Switch, of course, and just playing the Switch and having Breath of the Wild on the Switch. But the Wii U is still a good console, and I highly suggest getting it if you don't, just to have one, because you can play pretty much every single Zelda game to date on it, except for Swords, I believe. But other than that, you can pretty much play every single other Zelda game, which is awesome to think about, including Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, and that's one of the main reasons and why I feel like it's still worth buying. Maybe if the Switch has like a download version, I'm sure they will have like eShop versions of Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD. I don't see why they wouldn't port it, but if they do that, that'll be awesome. And yeah, just being able to play like all of those games on the Switch will be really cool. But overall, yeah, I'm very hyped for the Switch. Less than 2 weeks left. I can't wait for like everyone to have one, and just, you know, being able to play it anywhere with other people. It's just the fact that it is portable, but it's also a console, like as powerful as a home console, is such a cool idea. And you know, I regret ever saying that it was a bad idea. Like, I take back my opinion beforehand. Maybe I'm just fanboying a little too much. But yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun at the Nintendo Switch event, and I'm very, very excited for the Nintendo Switch and all of its games, not just Breath of the Wild. The release games that are coming out with the Switch, they're still worth picking up, and overall, they're really fun. I can't wait to play 1-2 Switch and overall all of the games that I played. But yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the Switch so far, and if you guys got a chance to get your hands on it, if you're going to be getting it, and overall just your opinions on it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching again. I've been ZeldaMaster, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye!